is Lika, the Hawaiian Blanca, and I'm joined with here my friend Gregory M. Chi. I know it's spelled
awkward.
I know it's KYI, but it's pronounced Chi, okay?
Yeah.
I asked him many times. I know this guy for more than 10 years. Okay? I know it's fucking
It's
weird.
awkward.
Yeah. Welcome to the very first episode officially for WHACK My OLOZ podcast edition. Okay?
Awesome content. Like, if he probably is gonna kill me after this, but I gotta say it. It's kind of like a more intelligent Peter Griffin's Grind My Gears. No, but in the sense that it brings a different flavor. With the 40.
Sorry, I got to. It's been a long day.
Nobody under the age of 13 watched this video anyway, so. And I made sure that's my channel. And I'll probably add that I'm gonna weasel that into the segment as well. YouTube's bullshit policy. But yeah, his stuff is better than Peter Griffin's Grind My Gears. And I mean, it is informative. Like, I lived in Hawaii most of my childhood, so because it's most of my childhood, I am kind of blind to some of the issues, and this is what he does perfectly and so eloquently.
So you guys are watching us record right now.
Yeah.
So you guys are watching. Well, first you guys are watching that, and then now you guys are watching this.
Yeah.
So please, this is going to be pre-recorded by the time that this will be going up on the YouTube channel and on the podcast eventually. But right now, you guys are watching this live, happening right in the moment. So please submit your questions to the little question mark in the box below. Please participate, because I'm doing this for you guys, okay? I'm not doing this just for myself. I'm not doing this just because Greg wants to be part of something important.
I already have 3 series on my channel, bro.
Yeah, so he's part of fourth collab. Okay, so you guys ask your questions. Or if you guys want to say anything at all, don't put it in the comments because it's gonna get lost in the damn feed. Put it in the freaking question box, okay? I will be able to see it. It will notify me when it comes up. So get on it. First of all, parental discretion is advised, because this podcast, this video, this whatever you guys want to call it, it's going to be having a lot of adult humor, adult language,
basically a lot of innuendo,
a lot of PG-13 or even some mature stuff. Okay, just to put it out there in case you see like your kids are watching this or something, and you say that, oh, this thing is like not for kids. Well, I'm giving you guys a warning. Parental discretion is advised. Okay, so we got our first question. This is from Chiyo Baby89 on Instagram. She asks, how do you think the locals of Oahu feel about the Section 8 situation not happening?
They have to qualify for it, from what I understand.
Yeah, but a lot of the thing with the Section 8 though, the voucher can last for a while though.
Yeah, up to a year from what I learned.
It depends on once you qualify for a voucher, you're pretty much set to use it for any place that you're qualified for.
Yeah.
Whether it's like you're financially able to support it later on, or whatever the conditions may be. I don't know the specifics, but as long as you have that voucher and it's still
valid,
then you're pretty much good. I think the problem is that people are not being patient. But when it comes to the Section 8 voucher, a lot of people they say like they don't feel like it does anything because they're not getting the place that they're wanting to, because they don't have the time to wait. But the thing is, you really have to wait, because not every place is suitable for you to just go.
Oh yeah, that's very true. And on top of that too, like my stepsister, she saw this happening a lot. So sis, Reen, if you're watching, confirm or deny, please. Thank you. The reason why I say that is because the people that she worked with, she was in charge of a section of Oahu where she had to oversee a lot of housing, and especially with the elderly. And most people, they don't honor that voucher. And what that voucher is specifically for is for you to live unless otherwise specified with other people.
Yeah.
And the reason why a lot of people are getting impatient is because they see this as free housing. Let's put it this way. Me and him are trying to find a studio or an area where we can record, so that way it's not at my house, it's not inconveniencing my family nor his family. He's living with his family as well.
Are you guys gonna miss Chun-Li?
By the way, yeah, if
she's like almost in all of my videos.
She's waifu. No, we're gonna put her in the studio.
Fuck, she belongs there. That's why.
We're gonna put her in the studio as a part of our backdrop. But I mean, it's one of those things where, if you look at the rent, just alone for the rent, it's around the most high end is like around $3,300 for high end.
Yeah, and it's not even like in very good neighborhoods anyway.
Yeah,
so it's just based on how it's. I don't know. It's so hard to
like impoverished neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And not to say that some of the houses, like you guys know how to hook it up. Not to say that it ain't shit. Some of them are really, really dope. And believe me when I say some of them are.
Yeah. But what she was actually, what she was pointing out, is this happening more for Kauai than Oahu.
Oh, Kauai is a completely different story because I have history with Kauai. So a lot of people in Kauai, from what I noticed, like especially knowing my past situation with the history of that island, but most of them are actually gaming the system by violating a lot of the terms. And my dad, he had a friend working there who lived there as well as works there, and I seen how some of the renters on Section 8 violate the terms. Because, say for example, if I'm on Section 8 and Alika is my landlord, for example, if Section 8 says that I have a wife, 2 children, I cannot bring my other family members over, only them. Section 8 funds are only meant just to pay for those amount of people.
Yeah.
But not only are people in Kauai gaining Section 8 funds, they're also getting EBT food stamps and all of that. And they're actually gaining the system to the point where they're basically living rent-free. But it's not really rent-free because Section 8, by and large, for the whole state of Hawaii, and for those of you who are tuning in, who are just watching this part of the podcast, and for the people that are tuning in as well to Alika's live, it's a subsidy. It's not paying the rent in full. You have to have some type of income to bolster that rent.
Yeah, it's in order for you to not lose your voucher, you have to make a minimum, or it's like a limit that you have to actually make. So you have to make a certain amount. So you have to have some kind of income, but not exceeding over. I think it's like I think you can't make like more than $1,800 or $1,500 a month or something.
$1,999.99
a month, you guys.
Yeah, so because that's what it said for my food stamps. Because I'm on food stamps.
Is it a month or is it a paycheck?
It's a the one that you're quoting is a yearly wage. So with a monthly wage, anywhere from $800 to $1,000.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because that's considered part time. And all of that, and for specifically speaking. And what I said for the people that live in Kauai that tune into this, what I said was a broad statement. It is not a reflection on you guys, the people that are hardworking, that are 100% honest with their wages and all of that. So, and that's basically what it is people who are fully honest with what they're doing with the money that the state gives them. And believe it or not, especially with Section 8 homes, from what I learned from my stepsisters, I don't know if this is true, so don't harp on her. But from what I understand is they don't do drug tests also for Section 8 homes. A blessing on New Year's from somebody. And Instagram, why you always do this?
What did you get?
Well, basically it's from a person by the name of Bruna Jr. Souza. And he reps the Immigrant Kitchen. Also, really good channel, by the way. I'm fairly familiar with them. He just says, everything good to you and your family, health, love, and prosperity. And then it's a shout out. I'm gonna start charging for these next time I'm doing that.
If we're gonna be doing shout outs, it depends what the shout out is for.
Well, this sounds like it's clout chasing. Well, I'll let this one pass.
Okay, so I'm gonna be putting out right now. Everybody knows that if I'm going to be shouting out anybody, it's because I feel like I want to hear more from them. Like I posted earlier, I want to hear more from Na'au Idia.
Yeah.
It's hard to pronounce because it's like Nadia.
Yeah.
Na'au Idia. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. If I can't say that so bad.
He butchered it.
I'm sorry.
But I wouldn't have said it any better.
It's fucking hard to fucking try to say their damn names when you don't hear it.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I would have butchered it just as
like,
worse as you did.
Like, good example, you hear Crichton's name.
Yeah.
You would never know how it's pronounced if you just look at his name.
It would be like Cretan or something.
Yeah, it's like Crichton. But I saw that she has these. She does these IGTV videos.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah,
they're pretty dope.
Yeah, it's for Mana'o Monday, so she just talks about whatever she wants to talk about. And she has some really good manao. She's really calm. She's really, her presence is really opening. It's really
welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to hear more from her. So hopefully, you can get some manao from her later on for a future episode or whatever it is. You know, we're gonna make it work. She's interested. A lot of people are getting interested. You know, we're gonna make it work. But I'm not gonna go do a fucking shout out if you just are not even gonna damn follow or like my stuff on a daily basis. Okay.
It's okay to watch, but we love input.
Yeah, like, how about this? If you guys are gonna be trying to jump on this thing and you guys say, hey, give me a shout out, give me a good reason why, and if
or pay us.
Yeah,
that's a good reason.
Or give me money.
New Year's resolution, that new year, new me bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at it as well, like everybody's New Year's Eve goal is either to get in shape. Mm-hmm. Clearly not mine.
Love food too much.
Brother, you look more thin than me. You look like you're mastering your the New Year's Eve goal.
No, man, it's like
I got a bigger pudge than you.
I just ate like a freaking big ass bowl of Mochico chicken and rice.
True.
All you had was
before we shot this, he had a full, basically don bori, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rice bowl for those who are not in the know. But yeah, and I mean it is one of those things. But I saw a post from he's basically an evangelist, Trent Sheldon, talking about what would happen if you were to reach the goals, like financials, your health, career path, whatever. What would happen if you guys reached that goal? And to the people listening in, hopefully you guys got this. What would happen, say you reach that goal of saying being a multimillionaire or being physically fit? What then?
Give me money.
Right?
Sponsor me. Sponsor WHACK My OLOZ. You'll never fucking regret it.
Yeah.
I'll be your bodyguard. I'll be your freaking groundskeeper. I'll be your housemaid. I'll be your Hawai'i, freaking whatever.
I'll cook for you guys.
That means, you know, Hawai'i is your sex slave. I'll suck your both if you give me money.
Hey, he has a price.
$5 million. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah, but going back to like that, it talks about he talked about.
Thank you. Oh no, keep going.
He talked about having goals and realizing that sometimes these goals are not just enough to keep you going throughout the year. And he talked about also having a standard. So instead of having goals, he also made an exercise for his followers on social media. What goals do you have for this year, and how can you make that into standards?
Okay, so we actually have a response to that. We have Bane 808. He's saying, after reaching my goal, I would set my sights. I can't see because it's all white text. I would set my sights on a new goal that would benefit the community.
Okay, so with that being said, that actually doesn't sound like a goal. That sounds like a standard, because see, for example, standards can always be raised, versus goals are just basically dead stops.
Well, you can set a goal to set a standard.
Yeah, and then that standard will always ever be evolving. This guy does have a point where you have to set another goal or another standard, so that way that standard can always be reached, and that goes the same for like relationships and all of that. That goes the same for like relationships. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys set the standard, not the goal for your relationship. Mm-hmm. You guys allow things in your life. So say for example, and this is, I hate to say this, but Eva Beach, Waianae, Nanakuli, Waipahu, basically central to West Oahu, Southwest Oahu, has a problem with standards in relationship. And I'm not saying as a general overarching statement, it's some people. Mm-hmm. I should know because I was one of those idiots.
I think we all were at one point.
Yeah, but this fool witnessed it more times than he's willing to admit.
Yeah, this is true. He's also Bane wants to he wants to respond with that. Okay. He's right. Naruto became Hokage. He maintained his status and just tended to the upkeep and responsibilities that came with that goal.
Yeah. I think for Naruto, it wasn't really a goal. It was actually a standard, because if you look at his backstory in his childhood, he was just set to fail from the get-go. The standard for him was very low. So he said, you know what, I'm going to make this goal, as he said, to set another goal of being somebody great. And look what happened. He ended up meeting his basically godfather, Jiraiya, the pervy sage, mastering an S-rank jutsu, which was another part of his goal to lead to that standard being Hokage, which is an S-rank ninja. Then you have him evolving his biological father's Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, Rasengan into the Rasen Shuriken.
I just love how he has to describe who his dad was and what he was.
Well, for some people, they don't know. They'll be like, oh, it's the blonde hair dude.
Yeah. The other Naruto guy.
You have no idea how many people say, who's that other Naruto guy that kind of looks like Naruto? And Jiraiya. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This is how you know he's dealing with an otaku here. This guy's completely normal. I'm the otaku.
Well, I just know when to.
I love this brother.
I just know when to control it.
Exactly.
But don't give me any fucking bullshit about Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, okay? Don't even fucking go there.
He'll roast you.
I feel like I can talk about goals because not because I achieved them, but because I failed.
Yeah.
So because I failed to reach my goals, I know what it's like to, what is the other end of the result. Most people only talk about stuff and life lessons because they've achieved it. Imagine the people who actually failed in stuff and that's how they learn to later on achieve their goals.
Yeah.
I failed in a lot of my goals, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't go to where I wanted to be. I'm not where I wanted to be right now, but it is what it is. But you still gotta roll with it. You can't just stop. Just because something doesn't work your way, doesn't happen the way you want it to, you still gotta keep going. Yeah, you gotta keep going in some kind of way. And I think if you actually have to stop, you're gonna stay there and mope about it all damn day. I mean, it's good to mope, it's good to cry, it's good to whatever. Take your time.
Yeah.
Feeling bad, feeling sorry for yourself, whatever. Give it like a day or a week at the most. But after that, get up, stop being a bitch.
Move on.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna feel like that for yourself every damn day, nobody's gonna really care at some point.
Yeah.
There's some people that I know that do it all the damn time, and I get fucking tired of it. I don't even feel sorry for this. Okay, yeah. Stop bitching. Get the fuck up, you pussy. Okay?
Yeah.
Get the fuck up. Move on. To move on, we're gonna be bringing it up. So I know we try to make this show entertaining. We try to make it as fun and try to make you guys laugh as much as possible. Well, talking about some truth, talking about some facts, and awareness of whatever that we're currently talking about.
Yeah.
So I did have a couple interviews with a couple people. One of those people was Crichton. Yeah. He got into comedy because he actually saw his uncle perform as an MC a lot of parties, and that's how he got into the whole DJ thing because he does a lot of silent discos. If you guys want to hit him at Crichton Uwale on Instagram. He's so easy to find. You guys cannot miss him. Okay, he does a lot of the silent discos, and then he's more of the behind the scenes.
He does that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually want to go to one of those things. I just want to crash a party and say, hey.
this jam.
Yeah, that's like, disco, good. I love that movie.
Freaking.
You don't miss with this one. He was telling me about how we got into comedy, the evolution of like two eras, old school, and then there's like new school, modern, and what is, how you feel about clean versus dirty, and talking about the legacy of Mel Cabang, because unfortunately we recently lost a legend in the legacy of one of the oldest and most funniest.
I think one of the original Hawaiian kings of comedy.
Yeah, because when we talk about the Na'ali'i of Hawaii, which is the kings of comedy for Hawaii, Mel Cabang was one. Then you got Augie T, you got Greg Hammer, you have Frank DeLima, Andy Bumatai. There's a lot of people, but
those are
like
main ones.
Yeah, those are like the top 5 guys that everybody here.
Everybody might think too. Also, Bulaia would be an honorable mention as well.
I would say honorable mention. I think mostly it's just because majority of out of all those 5 guys, the thing that differentiates them from the rest of the comedians in Hawaii is that they did stand up.
Yeah.
So of course, Augie T is known for his stand up.
He's actually the youngest of the 5 kings of comedy, isn't he?
Yeah. So Frank DeLima, he did a lot of stand-ups too. He did a lot for bars and gigs. Mel Cabang was mostly known for his stuff in bars.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of us just didn't know what he really did because we were too young to go inside.
Yeah. Basically, back then, comedy clubs, and still, comedy clubs to this day are still 21 and over.
Yeah. So I was actually talking to Mr. Coconut about it. Like, hey, we should go to a
comedy show.
Yeah, we should go to like an open mic night to see like a freaking stand-up once in a while. We should. It'd be a lot of fun. And we were talking about like how Mel Cabang, out of like all 5 of them, is like his content is not really well known unless it was post it, right?
Yeah.
But it's mostly because he
wasn't a TV comedian, basically.
Yeah, he was just mostly, wherever he was, that's where he was.
Yeah.
So we try to make it out, and then we're going to put it out in here and in here. If anybody on Mel Cabang's Ohana, his loved ones, his family, friends, anybody that has any content or anything to do with Mel Cabang, of his, his material or his stand-up, his comedy, anything at all, please post it someplace. Please let me know. Anybody, please let Greg know. Hawai'i wants to see more Mel Cabang.
Yeah, so that way we can pay homage to the king of comedy.
We want to make sure that Mel Cabang does not lose his legacy, like how Uncle Rappinger.
Papa Raps.
Yeah. You got Uncle Raps. He had Raps of Lucky. He had Auntie Maria Lani's cooking show. He had.
That actually got me into cooking. Yeah. Even though that wasn't my era, that actually got me one of the shows that got me into cooking.
So Uncle Raps did a lot of the stuff that was posted. That was like social media. I guess it wasn't social media at the time. It was just recorded.
It was recorded, the first recorded media.
Yeah.
And then followed by Frank De Lima after that.
Frank De Lima, he did a lot of CDs as well as Augie T did.
And then
he did a lot of, Uncle Rap did a lot of CDs as well. But
back then was VHS and Beta.
VHS, you had tape cassettes. I think you had, Beta. A 6-track, 5-track?
Yeah, 6 tracks.
6 tracks.
6 tracks, and then the beta recorders.
Yeah, so a lot of these guys, I just feel like Mel Cabang just needs more of his stuff put out there.
I mean, of course, that's if his family wants to. Because oftentimes, like especially with comedy, as well as how close knit the. And here's the thing: what I notice a lot about the entertainment communities here in Hawaii, we're a lot more close knit than Hollywood wants us to be. It's not a political thing. It's literally who has the best talent, who can we build up, and who can be the most promotable. Whereas in Hollywood, mainland U.S. entertainment, it's like, okay, who is the best person to push the most clout, kind of deal. That's why you have shows like American Idol. And in fact, American Idol was the first Hollywood TV show to actually come to Hawaii, but you didn't really see a lot of.
Didn't The Bachelor or something come here before?
Huh?
The Bachelor.
Only as a short stint, meaning it's basically like one of the rewards from the stuff. But I
could have sworn there was something like that came here before American Idol. There was like Hawaii. Freaking Baywatch.
Baywatch was in Cali.
But they did something down here.
They did a collab with Hawaii, the old Hawaii 5-0 and the old Magnum PI, Tom Selleck.
Yeah. So.
But we're talking like traditional clout chasing media, to this day.
Oh, okay.
We wanna pay tribute to Mel Cabang himself, through this podcast. And say, for example, guys who are listening, if you have family that went to any of his shows or who did skits with him, and back then. Actually, with him and Frank De Lima, that's when sketch comedy actually took shape here.
Rap Revenger kind of he's like the goat of all Hawaii comedy.
Oh, that's true. And they actually evolved it into their own style of sketch comedy, which I think for Hawaii comics alone, or any comics of Polynesian descent, or comics from the state of Hawaii in general.
I think a lot of it has to do with that the 5 of those guys. They all started their own trend. Yeah. So you have like Mel Cabang. He was like probably like the most dirtiest swimmer out of the 5 of them.
Pretty much.
I know he had a lot of swearing and everything like that. But he did music with his
comedy,
because he was a musician for a long time, and then
really?
Yeah. So he played guitar, and then so he did a music thing. He got into comedy, so he would mix the two, and he interacted with the guests a lot. Frank De Lima was more of the impressionist. Because he did the Filipino, the Japanese, the Portuguese. So he did a lot of the impressions. Augie T was just more like the
observational.
Yeah, so he'll make fun of everybody with what he would see, what is common and everything like that. Like Bane Away said, if Augie T passed away, I can cry.
Oh, bro. If Augie T passed, like, let's put it this way: if any of the kings of comedy pass away
anymore, anyway,
I mean, Hawaii's gonna be a darker place than it already is.
Yeah, I mean, we'll lose legends, but it just means that the new generation of comedians will have to step up. But
I mean,
you know,
some of the comics are pretty funny. Like,
but the only thing is, a lot of the people you see on IG don't do stand up. That's the only problem.
That's true.
Do you think it's easier to get into comedy in Hawaii doing videos or getting out there in comedy clubs doing stand up, social media outreach versus old school outreach?
I would say media. Social media is one of the biggest platforms.
It depends on what you're putting out there, though.
Yeah.
You can put anything you want on social media. You can promote anything you want. If you're not promoting it correctly, it doesn't matter what you're putting up there. I said, like, if you do a mix of both. If you're gonna go to a comedy show, do an open mic thing, then that's cool. But only those people in that club are gonna know that you went there, that you do there, you go there as a regular, whatever. If you go to that club, you do stand up, let's just say you do it a couple weeks in a row. If you put that on social media, you get a nice reaction from the crowd, your material is solid, it's tight, you get good reactions every time. Let's just say you go like 3 weeks in a row.
Factory.
Yeah. If you go like a couple times
have a Laugh Factory here?
It's some, I don't know what it's called, but it's something else. I don't want to call it Fresh Cafe because that's my poetry. It's like Thursday, Fresh Friday, first Thursday. No, it's like Fresh Fridays or something. I can't remember. But if you're gonna do a whole stand-up thing, you guys want to get more recognition for comedy, to get into comedy, to make the content.
Holy Dynamite.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's like one of the. His stuff is more dirty than anything.
It is dirty.
He did his stand-up. He had to do a stand-up in Croc Center.
Yeah.
He had to do it clean. Oh, it was so brutal.
Cringe.
I was there. It was funny, but nobody else was laughing.
You were
Because it's the crowd, that's why. I tell you, if you guys gonna do stand-up comedy, don't do it if you're not used to doing clean for a crowd that is used to hearing clean stuff. You guys do it at Croc Center. Don't do stand-up comedy at Croc Center.
That's purely Catholic, by the way.
If you guys can't do your comedy stuff
clean
for a clean crowd,
an audience that's virgin, basically.
You can do a clean routine. You can do clean content, but it can still be funny. If you're gonna try to do content that's supposed to be like borderline clean, dirty to a crowd that's always looking for clean content, you're not gonna get too far. If you're gonna go to the stand-up thing, wherever you're going, put it on your social media. Don't just do stuff in person. Promote it, but do it in a way that you're pretty much. It's like what Crichton said. You just keep posting stuff out there. Yeah. Eventually, you're gonna catch a break. You can put like your very first thing could bomb.
Yeah.
Could freaking blow up. Everybody go like, oh yeah, like. Oh shit. Come.
Yeah.
After that, flat, shitty, nothing. You got lucky. You nothing.
Yeah.
Then you got people who've been posting, let's just say 20 to 50 fucking posts.
They
don't get more than a couple hundred views. They get like 10 likes or something. And then one day you get like a freaking genius freaking video, and you have like 1,000 views. You have like 1,000 likes. You have like hundreds of freaking comments. You could get lucky. You just have to put yourself out there. Keep up with your content. Stick to it. If it's something that you like, then
be consistent.
And not everybody finds their shtick in the first couple videos that they do. A lot of people take time to work on it, then they post. But find it, because you don't know what your target audience is, what you want to really do. If you find your influence, for example, let's just say that for the influence for the podcast, the influencer that I wanted to shout out for why I wanted to do this podcast, WHACK My OLOZ, is Original 151 Vinny. He does like a lot of the video game stuff on YouTube. He does a lot of Pokemon, Mario. That's like Mario 64, Mario Odyssey, all this kind of stuff. He does a lot of the Soul Links, that randomized Nuzlocke. He does a lot of video game stuff on YouTube. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers that I always watch every damn time. His content, his comedy, his everything. I wanted to do my stuff based on that.
Oh, nice.
But eventually I can't do it exactly. I
just gotta emulate.
Yeah, I gotta find my own shtick. And that's what it really has to come down to. Find your inspiration, but learn how to find your own way to do your own stuff. First of all, Coconut, thank you again for putting in your time to be interviewed by me.
So how was that interview, by the way? Let's go. Let's jump into that tea right there.
I love Mr. Coconut is one of my good friends.
Nice.
He's one of my best friends. I love him.
It is fun.
Okay.
Legit fun.
Okay, let me tell you how different it is with the relationship between me and Mr. Coconut and me and Crichton. Okay?
We talked about this over the phone on the way while I was on the way here.
So, like I explained, Crichton that oversees and runs the new Hawai'i 808 page for you guys.
And to the viewers out there, follow if you want to see Hawaii's new age comedy, new Hawai'i 808 bomb stuff.
Okay. Nice and formal. I had a whole itinerary. I made questions and everything like that. I want to be prepared when I talk to Mr. Crichton. Because he's somebody that I told him, you're somebody that I look up to. Because you help other people who want to get into comedy, making content, whatever it is. You help me build my audience a little bit more, and I got to see a lot of people.
I think I might have to hit him up for my views for my mukbang.
I have a lot of you guys. I wouldn't have known a lot of you guys that have been following me if it wasn't for Crichton. So if you guys aren't following him at all as well, please go. So it's nice and formal. Was he talked a lot of story. He said I had some good. I gave some good questions. He gave some fucking awesome answers. He was actually transitioning into every single question I wanted to ask, and it was
basically full smooth
It was
sailing.
it was going so well. I was like, dude, I don't even want to stop this. I kept it going for almost an hour.
Oh, nice.
It was so good. And then you have Mr. Coconut. Gotta ask all the questions, same approach. Same thing I asked him.
And then shit hit the fan.
It basically just went from how me and him just normally talk all the damn time.
So a conversation.
Yeah, pretty much just talk story and then just cracking up, laughing. We made fun of a lot of people. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Me and Mr. Coconut, because we were talking about we have a lot of pansies up in the mainland. Because Hawaii comedy, people here, we have a funny bone.
Very true.
Up in the mainland, certain parts of the mainland, they just can't take the same joke.
Sensitive ass bitches.
Yeah. So it's oh my god, he's racist. He's even different nationalities. Augie T said when he brought up the whole Barbie doll joke. People was calling him racist. He even did the Mahu Barbie doll, the Ken Barbie dolls, Barbie's body, Ken's head. That's funny. It's a Mahu Ken Barbie doll.
And is that post-op or pre-op?
What? That's a good question. I don't know.
Because the Ken doll as it stands is already. How's it, Mary?
It doesn't really matter because none of them have genitals anymore.
So we're talking post-op then, right?
Maybe it's mid-op. Maybe it's just in the middle, no one nothing. Okay, wait. I have to take this off because this thing is making me scream.
Why are you wearing it?
Hello, this is my signature look!
I know it's your signature look, but bruh, you will end up having glasses thicker than mine when you get older.
Well, first, Bane anyway said, I tried making a Samoan joke in Arizona. I got told I was racist. 2 Samoans was cracking up laughing. It's kind of funny because, wait, aren't you part Samoan too? Or are you just Hawaiian mix? Because, if you're Samoan, you should be able to tell a Samoan joke.
Yeah.
Oh, you're racist. Say ufa. Get fake. Oh, fuck you. Slap your face. Shut the fuck up. You know what's funny is people, they talk about racism in Arizona all the time. All the times I've been there, I never got anything. I wish though.
I got people. Okay, here's the thing with me. Do I look Samoan to you? Because people from Arizona say I look Samoan.
People in the mainland are dumb. You look more cholo than anything. People in Arizona thought you were Mexican.
Well,
I'm Hawaiian Japanese. What the fuck? You don't even look Japanese. Really?
Would you rather bite someone's dick off or spend 2 hours in a massive bucket of festival piss?
So it's a guy. Would I rather bite a dick off
or spend basically in doo-doo water? Spend 2 hours in doo-doo water. And we're not talking construction area. We're talking about, you know, the EDM festivals. Let's just say major rage of doo-doo water.
I'll bite a dick off. Bro, no, because 2 hours in that, bro, you're dying. You're getting sick. That thing is in your skin. Fuck that. You rather sit in a bucket of piss? Ew. At least the bottle, you at least buy it when you soft. The thing is rip off easy.
Okay, let's see.
Well, Bane A-Wait said Apex or COD. I'm an Apex person. I play both, but I'm more of a Apex person. If you couldn't tell.
Trying to find.
If you swam out of Hawaii, you're immune. Boss, over piss.
Would you rather contract an STD during sex or get a girl pregnant instead?
I want to get a girl pregnant.
Caveat: she may have the STD.
Fuck, bro. Fuck.
I'd rather get her pregnant too.
Fuck the STD, bro. That thing is fuck. At least if you get her pregnant, you know, you guys can make it work. You guys can have a beautiful blessing of a life.
It's true.
And it's a combination of both you guys.
Hey guys, you guys gotta play along too, yeah?
You guys want to join in, you guys can listen. Have you ever, wait, hold on. Do you have a freaking STD? Your bottle is pretty much ruined.
Pretty much.
Because depending on what it is, it probably won't be easy to go away. Because once it's just like as bad as genital herpes, you're fucked.
Oh no. You are fucked.
Okay, just to ask. Have you ever drunk yourself to the max to where you stripped and blacked out?
Yes.
I blacked out at one time, but I didn't strip.
Yes. I did.
I skinny dipped, but I wasn't drunk. That was pure intentional. That was just for fun one night. But
I was drunk and I stripped down and I was blacked out.
But,
I don't remember what happened.
You guys gotta answer these two, okay? Yeah, I got drunk to the point where I did not remember a certain part of the party.
No, I didn't remember.
But it was like in the middle of the time though.
Okay.
So I remember before, not at one point I was like, what happened? And I remember towards the end of my night.
Yeah.
So does that count as blackout?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
My blackout, I don't remember the night in question.
Okay, so yeah, I blacked out, but I don't remember ever stripping myself in front, whether it was in a room or by myself. No.
So with that being said, follow Alika Kea
at Hawaiian Blanca at Hawaiian Blanca Gaming on Instagram, and YouTube is Hawaiian Blanca, and follow Greg at
this YouTube keyword search Gregory Chi, or on my Instagram at 808 Project D.
Just tell them they cannot read these backwards.
808 Project D. Basically, I'll find a way to edit it.
Yeah, okay.